now we are going to go to the drafting phase. Presented by the official gaming phone Infinix.
Let's go.
And we'll take a look at the random map draw. What map will it be? It'll roll and roll around. This time it'll be the expanding rivers.
Ooh.
Quick rotation, enabling the mid-trial to work out easily.
Okay, so I got this Povius ban for DEWA figured out. Why Povius, you might say? Because Povius is a very good matchup against the Sora and also the Arlen. So it's a very, very good ban for the DEWA to enable Kin's XP pick in the first 3, I think. So Yi, Pov, Marcel ban for DEWA, while Navi opted for the more, meta ban with the Freya and the Fanny. Are we gonna see Zuxin ban here too? I think so, because there's no Yi.
That's the question, right? I think with the Yves ban, it signifies that they want the Zushin. But then again, the Sora is also going to be up. So why not? Is he going to trade? No.
Nope.
Very, very honest here. Because they know, Sora, we got the Valentina.
So is Kin is that confident playing the Sora against the Valentina? Is Kin, even in Mirko's podcast, they say Kin's favorite hero now is Sora, right?
Yeah.
I mean, before, they pick out the Valentina first, a very, very smart pick, setting up for the Sora pick later in B2 and B3. So Navi, are they gonna give the Sora to Kin? It's gonna be a very interesting matchup in the draft for both Why Not and Coach Ride.
Yeah, the Sora is still available here. Juicin ban out, so that is not an alternative.
Yep.
I take that out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of strong picks still available here.
I mean, if Navi's going the PH route, a Baxia or Fredin will be good, but I don't think that's their style.
Yeah.
They're more like the Claude, the Haya, the Suyo, the Leomort. Maybe it's gonna be Leomort pick here, probably. Oh, but the Gwyn also, Gwyn.
Guinevere, like we said, still flexible.
Still a flex, yep.
Still super flex. But the Farsa here answers the Valentina. You get out of that range, but again, the Valentina can get that Feather Airstrike.
Yeah.
So that is another lose-lose situation. Now this opens up the horizon for DEWA to take the Sora for themselves, and that is going to be a problem for Navi.
I think for sure, Coach Rod setting the Sora pick with the Fanta first pick. Are we gonna see? Oh no! They're going for the Baxia Cloud. They're going for more PH route.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been saying DEWA is more like looking like a PH team. They draft also look like a PH team.
Yeah, the Cloud to dive into the back of the Farsa. A damage with the Blazing Duet. But he hopes that he doesn't get bursted before he can complete the Blazing Duet.
Yep.
So with the Baxia over there, well, do they go Fredrin here?
I think you can go Marksman R3 here too with a carry, baby.
Carry, yeah.
I don't really like Harriet because they have already very good magic damage on the Guinevere, especially if it's getting put in the jungle and also Farsha. So if you want to shred the front line, carry is good here. So, or the jungler like the Leomord or the Suyo. Oh, they're just going Uranus. Wow. And it's a flex too.
You want to out-tank the enemies?
You can Yura jungle too, maybe.
Yeah.
Win roam, so it's still a flex. But I think Yura is just gonna go XP. Against Kin, it's understandable. You want a non-lane matchup. Yura just neutralize the laning phase, so no laning phase for the XP lane. So it's gonna be kind of boring in the
Yeah,
XP
man,
lane.
but I don't want to see Kin use the Uranus, man. I want to see him flex his mechanics. I want to see him use the Arlet.
Yeah, that's why Navi pick up the Uranus, so Kin will just play with the minions.
Yeah. Well, let's see. The Gato Kacha has been banned as well, so just trying to dwindle out options for the roam. I mean, I still see a possible Khalid here. Still available for the players of DEWA United. Even the Cho.
Even the show, yeah, I agree.
To an extent, you can play a pick-off route as well.
And we've seen also Baxia roam in PH.
Yeah,
They affect the Baxia around, so a jungler. Still, this is a very, very good mind games from both Coach Reinhardt and Coach Wright with the Gwyn flex in the roam in the jungle. Yura, to some extent, a flex too in the jungle and XP. Well, the Baxia, a flex on the jungle and the roam, but they ban out the Hishansin. A very good ban, with Shife, very comfortable playing it. Oh, and a very good read on the Hellcurt ban because Baxia Hellcurt Valen is very strong. And especially DEWA usually tends to play Hellcurt with Baxia. Yep.
Yeah.
Very textbook as well. They have the Farsa that can definitely be cancelled going up against Gatot Kacha. But yeah, again, the rotations here. DEWA United, first three, their mobility is definitely their focus point from the side of DEWA United. How does Navi hinder that? I think they can add more layers of crowd control. You mentioned the Cho earlier, realize I like that. Also counter to the Farsa. You know, you cannot all comfortably when the Cho is around.
Yeah, and then they have a Cloud on top as well with the Blazing Duet. So that'll really disrupt the far side. That is a respect ban.
Respect ban.
Coming in from DEWA towards Andoryu. No Hayabusa. Suyo is still available. But do you want to go Suyo here?
I think
Against a Valentina
I
as well?
feel like you want to secure the roamer first. It's either Cho. A Grok is very hard because the Valentina can
Yeah.
can IMU your technical charge. So it's Cho is very good. Cho, Farsha, or they pick up the carry.
They go to carry first here. Obviously, you need that for Shred.
Yep.
The box is going to be super tanky wherever it goes. Yeah, the carry gives that Shred. Now DEWA, do they want to steal that roam and have prio on Mueza as well? Because you know, the Cho we talked about Khalid as well. Still a very, very fantastic option here. They need to do things to cancel out this Varsa.
Yep. Or even pick up the Grok because it's good against the Farsha and
Yeah.
against a very short range carry.
They have the Valentina as
Yep,
well.
the barrier is kind of annoying. But the carry pick, yeah, I was expecting the carry pick to be R3, but DEWA doesn't ban it, so they pick it in R4, which is a very good pick for Navi to shred out the tanky boys of DEWA. So I'm expecting a Cho or a Grok
Yeah.
and a Sora. Still working. Or the glue.
Wait, what? Chetian
Okay.
Blue. So this
Wait.
is going to be Valentina XP.
Yeah.
Valentina XP.
Valentina XP.
Baxia Jungle, Claude MM, obviously. Chetian Mid and Blue Roam.
Oh, wow.
What is this draft?
Wow.
Wow.
Coach Red comes in after being non-existent in week one, and then this is what he does.
I mean, we kind of. I
Insane.
mean, last season, Kin was playing Zuxin XP, if you remember, and I think this last pick should be the roam. I think Cho is a very good shout here to deny the rotations, everything. So with the Farsha and Cho in the mid lane, it's gonna be very strong, especially with the Gwyn. You know, you can also have a Way of the Dragon, Final Requiem combo to set up for the carry. And I think it's a very, very balanced there for Navi. So I'm more towards Navi, but for DEWA, we gotta wait and see the Valentina XP, what it will do on the lane.
Will it even go XP? That's the question.
Is it the XP?
I don't know, let's see. If it's gonna go to the mid lane, then that means Kin will have to play Chetian.
Is it the XP?
That is crazy. I mean, Kin said it himself. I'm bored of the Arlet because I keep winning it. So that will be Kin on a Valentina for this game, ladies and gentlemen.
At least he's able to show out the mechanics, but now let's see. Unique drafts coming in from DEWA. But now it's the battle of the dark horses. Who will become the team to strip the title off of their chest? It is game one of DEWA against Navi.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the last match of week 2, day number 1. In the previous match, it was a 2-0. Will we have the same outcome in this DEWA United Navi encounter?
I think we can see the mid lane is gonna be prio to Navi with the Farsha and Joe. But I'm very excited to see what Kin's building and also what emblem did he bring. Because I think I can see it here. This is the emblem by Bayou.
Ooh, Inspire.
It's common emblem, Inspire for more cooldowns, and a Master Assassin to just duel out with cars. But I mean, the new Valentina update increased her damage early game. So I think it may work against a Uranus. I mean, it looks cars just got poked to half, but it's Uranus. He's just gonna heal back up in XP lane. But yeah, I think we gotta see more in the mid lane then. The Gwyn, Farsha, and Cho against the Baxia, Glue, and Zetian.
Two Wilderness Blessings for both the roam in the mid. Obviously, you're gonna move around, and with the rivers as well, yeah. Super buff. Current predictions by GoPay. Mostly going DEWA. Papulong doing Papulong things still.
Navi though.
On the side of Navi. Wait,
Aldo.
Oh, Aldo as well. I forgot him. Yeah, he's obviously gonna vote for DEWA. Or rather for Navi, excuse me. So, Kin, Valentina against Uranus. Do you even have the damage to poke out the Uranus?
I mean, it's just I think Kin just want to play the carry, man. I think he just, okay, I'm bored playing the Sora, I'm bored playing the Arlet, just give me a Valentina and I'll try take the, Way of the Dragon, try to initiate first. So let's take a look at Kin on this turtle fight.
Let's see how he will fare. Dolan is on the turtle. That's a feather airstrike from Mook. You're stunned by the Zetian. Take a look at Mueza zoning out Andoryu. That's a furry turtle for Dolan.
Yeah, he still has the kick as well for Kin. Not even used in that fight. And they got the turtle as well. Good zone out from Mueza. Very, very beautiful.
And Kin, maybe blazing wet for the gold crab.
Yeah, you gotta get that crab, man.
All in for the gold crab. Yeah,
Super important.
So yeah, but Kin, look at that. He's very, very, confident with his mechanics. He knows he still have the double dash as a Valentina, so he positioned himself very aggressively and bait out the spatial migration from Andoryu. And Winifred without spatial migration, I think it's just, you need the Way of the Dragon to combo with the Cho, but the Cho is not level 4 yet there in the turtle fight. So DEWA has the tempo lead, but the gold lead actually favors NAVI.
Yeah, at least they're able to farm around and undisrupted as well. Very, very nice. C coming in from NAVI. In the mid lane though, still Mueza has that prio cleared together alongside the Zetian. I mean, when you want to poke around, that is going to be very interesting. The kick!
That's going to be the initiation. Way of Dragon. This combo never gets old.
Yeah.
Way of Dragon plus the feather airstrike.
Maximum pick off. Kick! And then you go with your missiles flying in from above.
Yeah, I think that's the expected Way of the Dragon into File Requiem from Andoryu. Very, very beautiful. And this is why now the early game so good.
Remember, it's Occupy top. That's going to be the Blazing Duet popped it by. Maybe he survives. Almost get the clear there. Afro mispositions NAVI. The execution wasn't on point.
Was it a cancelled Blazing Duet?
Yeah, it was cancelled by Afro.
Oh, okay. So now you have another trump card for NAVI.
Yep.
When the Cho can get the third proc of the Jikundo, that Claude will have a hard time playing with the Blazing Duet today. This time though, DEWA, prio on the turtle. Yep. NAVI with Andoryu close by for the airstrike.
Oh, beautiful. They don't want to give it for Queen Reza, taken down first now. With an extra body on Andoryu actually caught. No jungler for NAVI now. They want to buy time. Can they do it? DEWA will have to respond. Dolan, 50% HP Afro repositions. Blazing Duet from Maybe. Dolan finds the turtle. Car's trying to find a trade. Maybe goes down. That's going to be a kill for a turtle.
Trade keeps on coming. Car is still here, biting off more than he can chew. As Kin comes out on top, to the top lane, excuse me. Up against Ive though, this will be a lane swap. As maybe, he'll go down bottom. So now, we saw how Kin has the damage dealing with the team fight, but come the late game, it'll be hard for this Valentina to fare off.
Yeah, but again, it's Kin. I mean, look at that team fight. He kind of wins it out for DEWA because he gets Andoryu with the Weight of the Dragon, even without the flicker. So this guy is very, very comfortable playing the Valentina in the XP late for sure. So item by Dunia Games, Oracle done. As a Valentina XP, you usually goes with the Oracle, and then after that the Brute Force. The Zetian is already done with the Going One, and the Claude rushes up the DHS. And after this for sure is gonna be the Golden Staff into the Swift Trinity.
Yeah. DHS over Corrosion Sight early on though.
Yeah.
What's the reasoning behind that?
The reasoning behind that is maybe wants to be more active. He wants to fight more, in the second turtle maybe, or even the third turtle, he wants to join and fight, but look at NAVI pressuring the top side.
Yeah, they spot two. That's going to be a crash with the shield unity on towards Afro. Reposition, so NAVI's call was looking for a pick, but seems like the angle was not there. So yeah, they back off very, very textbook, I feel like, execution here from NAVI. Their lead now, technically double, right? 1,500 goal lead. Doesn't seem much, but they got a structure bottom side.
One thing I want to see more from NAVI though, rather DEWA, excuse me, is that they can play more pickoff if Kin has to wear the dragon.
Yep.
They can really maximize that, maybe look for picks around the map. The carry is a very, very interesting choice. Maybe the Farsa, a delicious target to maximize the wear the dragon, the stolen wear the dragon. But I think Kin also knows that he needs it to save it. He needs to save it for the team fight as well, because that's going to be the tool that can kind of disrupt NAVI when they want to progress, when they want to advance further in the objective take. Dolan close by, Kin on the flanks.
Yeah, let's see NAVI Par 3 here for that turtle. Will they be able to deny the perfect turtle from DEWA United? Afro in the turtle pit. Maybe clearing in the mid lane here. That's going to be Ukir popping the feather airstrike. Big info for DEWA United. And let's see here who will pull the trigger first. That's an immobilization on towards Uranus. That's a stun as well. Dolan now under the turtle. Cars picks up the turtle. Let's see Navi how they clash. That's going to be repositioned. That's a kite. That's a pull from the glue. That's going to be a big Cars take him down. Navi now only stands with 4. That's going to be it. A turtle for a kill.
The fights are super long, and the ones dying are usually just the XP laners. Uh-oh! Flicker away from Ukir. Wow, break that down for us, Coach Do.
I mean, it's just a beautiful thing to watch. I mean, both teams played that, I mean, say almost perfectly. You know, as a Baxia, you don't want to burst out the turtle. You want to just bait out the enemy to fish in the turtle area, and then you just roll. But the Cars, with a hero play, second scaling into the Baxia, cancel out the rolls, and after that, the fight just commenced. And it was a very, very sequential fight, I must say, because, but yeah, once again, there's still no damage to kill up the Uranus and the Baxia in this early with the Cloud and the carry. Still haven't finished their Swift Trinity.
Yeah, they need to scale a bit more. But this carry, man, late game, it'll shred anything. But the Cloud does the same as well. So, like, you know, close by side, the Cloud does the same damage as well. Golden Staff completed for maybe, but, you know, T-Vase one item ahead with the regular spear. Gonna go for that DHS. Probably the Winter Nature too. Still, a potential item to be picked up by maybe. So now, how does DEWA deal with this Uranus? Aside from just handling, you know, maybe. Aside from just depending for maybe.
I think they just gonna ignore Uranus because they don't have the damage, enough damage, especially with the Zetian. Haven't finished the Lightning Truncheon, you know. And with the maybe, haven't finished the, I think maybe needs the Malefic Gun to shred out the Uranus, especially when Cars is building towards the Chestas Pauldron. So, I think Afro is looking to engage, or he's just, you know, zoning out. Ukir, wings by wings front, a good poke.
Oh. Even an alt over there, Yanni.
Yeah, testing damage there from Ukir, definitely. And if you can see, right, 2 items already for Ukir, so that's enough damage. That's going to be the trigger pulled! Maybe possibly into right at the back. That's going to be Stundoryu taken out. Olin now trying to separate the fight. Not enough damage again on Doryu. A little bit miscommunication, perhaps.
Oh, now they have Pride on the Lord. They're going to touch their toes on this, forcing Navi to dance with them. As Navi, they have to go in or go out. Cars is gonna zone out. Afro is close.
Oh, that's a cancel by the Lord. Dolan finds the Lord. No retribution for Navi. And now they want to fight. Now, will they be able to close the distance? For now, Navi will be able to disengage.
Yeah, Little Lord was the 6th player for DEWA in that fight. Afro, his engage completely shattered and cancelled. At least he gets out without a death. But Adoryu now has to play a much more utility round of Goodavir.
I mean, this is what Andoryu gets you, man. Like, very high risk, high reward. If he gets skinned there, I think Navi would win the team fight for sure. But he misses, and DEWA, you know, they just form up the Fury of the Phoenix, and they just engage on Andoryu with the Lord Timer up. They're just very, very good at, you know, punishing the mistakes that Navi did in this game, especially Andoryu.
Oh, the Lord is low HP, Goni.
Yeah, good thing they have. Oh my goodness, that's a catch on to receive it! Baby! Finds the angle with the blazing duet. Down goes Afro as well. Now they went under the turret, but they will trade 2 kills for Dolan.
Wow. TV gets completely evaporated. And that team fight gone. And again, the Fury, the Phoenix, proving to be a very good engage tool. You don't need to get up close and personal. You just need them to clump together. And that Fury of the Phoenix brings them answers.
This is what we've been saying about Octa, man. He's been improving a lot. That Fury of the Phoenix, I think, hit 4. And it is a tool for DEWA to engage, because you see in their lineup, Baxia is not a very good, you know, initiator against a Cho that can Jeet Kundo your role. So they just use the Fury of the Phoenix. I mean, look at breakdown this replay. Oh, it hits all of them, all of Navi's member. And a very, very good basic duet, follow up by Maybe. And yeah, a very, very well executed DEWA. I mean, this is what I say about DEWA. They're very, very methodical. They tick all the boxes of a very good fundamental MLBB team.
Oh.
Colin, I want to challenge something. It's rolling in.
Yeah, that's a way of dragging on towards Okay. No feather airstrike. Luckily, though, technically nothing really is in the map here, right? 50 seconds on the Lord, but definitely Navi will lose resources here jungle-wise.
I love how they layer the CC. You have a roll, and then you have a kick coming in. And then Mueza with the longs, right? Just stamping on the players of Navi. And then DEWA, complete harmonization on the team fights and on the skirmishes. Divine Glaive completed. That'll help on trying to shred down the Uranus.
Yep. I think now both Maybe and Octa will kind of shred the cars, but I think their gameplay has been working. They just ignore cars. They just engage with the Fury of the Phoenix and also Kin's Way of the Dragon. I mean, Kin, man. This Valentina, at first we thought like, what is Valentina gonna do? Oh, he's just gonna be the second Cho, kicking anyone from Navi side.
Yep. He's doing a very good job on not only engaging, but surviving. Because I feel like with the Valentina, yes, you're very mobile. And yes, with the tanky build, it takes longer for enemies to kill you. But a Valentina is still a Valentina. And now the Lord will respawn. A dance for both teams. And Doryu still, sorry to say, a bit unseen.
Yep.
In this game, in game number 1. This Guinevere needs to find a moment, needs to find at least an opening for that Navi to come in and just blaze their guns on towards DEWA. Steve finally has to win a nature with the Swift Trinity as well, so this will hit like a truck.
And yeah, I think DEWA, they have the long lanes. The minion long lanes are pushing towards Navi, so I think they're just gonna play it safe, wait someone to show in the long lanes. A good poke.
Gotta clear the wave, I think, over there.
Clear wave.
Oh no, oh!
Finally, that's a catch for Mandorio, finding one. That's gonna be Mueza. Take him down! Great cancellation, late purify. Down goes Shive though. Now take a look at Dolan now trying to provide the sandbag as Navi. They will reposition and they will take Mueza for Shive. That's not good.
Yeah, but someone needs to answer the wave down bottom. It's pushing on towards Navi's base. DEWA has the prio here. DEWA has tempo. And they'll try to prolong this Lord fight. Oh, nobody's gonna respond to that push down bottom.
DEWA knows that's why they're playing it patiently here. They gotta respond in Navi.
That's why it's gonna go down.
They are still a man down. That's why that's gonna be a free structure for DEWA United. DEWA United, they can play the patient game because they know that they can play time. And Navi suddenly, they're just losing one lane bottom side.
Yep, DEWA, super fundamental. And now Kim bobbing around.
That's gonna be a stun. Dolan takes the Lord. That's going to be a feather edge strike on towards one. Oh, maybe with the combination of Dolan will be able to take Andoryu once again.
Shive wasn't there. Shive was busy clearing the minions that's been building for DEWA. So I think it's an easy 4v5 fights for DEWA. And yeah, man, this is what I've been saying, man. DEWA looks so clean. Very, very fundamental. It really suits my heart, you know, as an ex-coach, watching this team play. Oh man, they're looking good.
Yeah, feels very good to coach this team as well, with super talented players. Malefic Gun completed, so now the Claude has that extra range to hit from afar and play safer and possibly outrange the carry as well. But the carry, I think, is going to atomize to that.
Yep.
Malefic Gun as well, so identical builds, I'd say, for both MMs.
Yep.
Now the Lord's gonna push. They have a tri-lane push maintained. The wave up top is gonna get slow. It's gonna be a little bit slower than the one down bottom. They're gonna siege into the base.
They gotta pull the trigger here. Oh, that's good with the feather airstrike. 2-man stun. A structure again will be taken out. Top lane now. With the Farsa, with the carry here. Technically, they have an okay high ground, but let's see. Andoryu finds one. That's going to be damage. Melting one member, but that's just maybe with the Blazing Duet doesn't really find any mark here. Take a look at Afro. That's a purified force. Navi now, they got to clear the waves as they are still standing with 5.
Wow. Navi hold. Kin pop the feather airstrike, trying to push away the Navi players. But with their grit, they still maintain the base. Defend it with their lives. Winner crown for Andoryu. Safety is #1 priority.
So maybe Purify is gonna be kind of quite down for 1 minute. I think this is the window for Navi to look for a fight, to try to force a fight.
I agree.
Because with the Purify up, I think it's gonna be a hard fight, especially with all three inhibitors starts down. So Dewa, knowing Dewa, is just gonna play the long game. It will just be a slow burner for Navi. So I think they should look for a fight very soon.
And this is why maybe hasn't really shown on the map, right? He knows that, you know what, I do not have the Purify. I don't want to show myself, you know, at least, especially without cover. So I'm surprised Navi is not really proactively looking here.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why, that's because they have no structures
Yeah.
left.
And that's because they were also playing very disciplined. They just hold back, you know. Don't need to control the enemy jungler. They don't need to vision very, very far away because they know maybe no Purify. They don't want to fight here. So it's a very good showing for Dewa. They're just playing safe. And then with Baby's Purify up, they're starting to push more.
And the pickoff combo we talked about, we haven't seen it as often.
Only once.
Yeah, we saw it once. There's a lot of variations you can do. I mean, you have the Valorant Requiem as well. With the spatial migration, the kick to the feather airstrike, a lot of combos that might be used. And maybe, you said it, he didn't show us much in the map, but he comes in like a boogeyman. Exploding with the Blazing Duet. Now they want to contest this Lord. Maybe it's still in the mid lane. Andoryu taking down to half HP.
Navi needs to gamble this.
They want to ninja this Lord. That's gonna be Octa securing it, so maybe again with the angles. That's gonna be one member taken out, and that's going to be Shive. Take a look at Cars repositioning, but they will be able to close the gap.
Hey.
Down goes Cars. That's gonna be Octa claiming the killing spree, and one by one, the members of Navi are dismantled by the methodical, by the textbook of DEWA United in this game. And ladies and gentlemen, DEWA United Esports will take the first game.
Superb game coming in from Dewa. Calculated, methodical, clean, precision incision shown by the gods. 1-0 Navi in the dumps.
It was a back and forth game, to be honest. It was very, very close until that Andoryu jump in the mid lane before the objective spawn. But Kin, man, holy, this guy. I think whatever hero you guys, Kin's getting put, I think he will perform for sure. His Valentina with the Way of the Dragon is more scary than Afro. Seriously, man, this guy, amazing talent. Amazing talent.
What a crazy performance indeed for Ken. I think his approach, right? His IMUs are varied. There's variety in that IMU in this game, you know?
Yep.
Just, he knows when to, you know, I'm gonna use the Cho. You know what? I'm gonna use Farstock.
Especially with no Purify on Navi's side, all flickers.
Yeah.
That's where Kin's like, okay, no Purify. I mean, you wouldn't expect. I mean, here, look. Navi needs to, you know, gamble this Lord. Oh, this is the first Lord. A very, very good fight. Yeah, this is where Ando died in the mid lane with the jump. And here, Navi trying to defend off. A very, very good mechanically team fight. But man, maybe's Blazing Duet is also very, very on point. Here, Navi needs to gamble this Lord. They need to all in, but oh man. Again, Kid with the Way of the Dragon to the carry. So good.
Beautiful. Beautiful game from everyone. I have a hard time picking my MVP, but I think I know who it is. But yeah, maybe it was also insane with the Blazing Duet. So much damage thrown out towards Navi. And Navi, I think they were super proactive in the first few minutes of the game. Again, maximizing the pickup potential with the ultimates, again with the choke kick, and then you have the Farsa ult and all that. But after that, I'd say not even a blunder. I'd say like a pick off.
Attempt, you know.
Yeah,
Attempt.
after an attempt coming in from Andoryu in the mid lane, it was all just written off.
Yeah.
They didn't seem to maximize that. Again, like Gani said, you know, maybe didn't show up on the map at all that much. They weren't even looking for picks. They were playing to the size to defensive because they know they can't really risk and concede dying going out of their jungle. Structure is all gone, no control of the map, no tempo as well. And they didn't really take a close look at the macro, I'd say. Like that wave down bottom, pushing in. They had to wait for Sive to respawn to have him clear the wave. And that added another layer for DEWA to just completely melt them down.
I think at that point, as Navi, you just want to give the Lord and just defend the base because it's very very good goal to know. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a huge goal that you need as a behind team that is behind. I mean, we can see here a very very good pick off in the early game for Navi, but that one kind of I don't want to say misplay, but you know, over eagerness from Andoryu kind of shift the tempo to DEWA United, and here maybe Blazing Duet on point. Kin, look at his way of the dragon here, kicking the carry. Shive, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm mistaken, if I watched that correctly, and yeah, man,
This is, I think, one of the also a player that we can highlight
Yeah.
in this game.
yep.
One of the main initiators as well with Zitian.
Yeah. For the game presented by the official gaming phone Infinix, that is Octa. Beautiful Jitien usage.
Yep.
Again, knowing full well that his team does not really have the lockdown needed
Yep.
to stop the players of Navi. Maybe it's only Kin, but Kin isn't really even multi-target, you know, it's single
Yep.
target. And he maximizes the Fury of the Phoenix. But not only that, I feel like with the Jitiens, he phases away enemies and creates gaps between his team and Navi so as to not give them space to push in.
I mean, I like how trigger happy Octa was with the Fury of Phoenix. I mean, he doesn't see it as a way to disengage. He also see, I mean, this kid here is a way of engaging too. Like, Fury of the Phoenix goes in and then Blazing Duet by maybe. It's a very, very beautiful thing to watch. This Lord was the 6-man for DEWA, unlucky Afro, and here, man, 5-man Fury of the Phoenix. All in from DEWA, very, very beautiful. I mean, I understand why Octa was the player of the game because, yeah, he was very safe at the back, you know, spacing very well. I mean, here, Fury of Phoenix to save and just disengage. Very good cancel by Afro, but Kin with the, again, with the Cho. Semi-Cho, I mean, I say. The Valentina XP lane. Very, very good. So, yeah, a beautiful match indeed. A very back and forth up until the first Lord, I might say. So, yeah, interesting. It's going to be an interesting second game, I feel like.
Man, DEWA, we're all over the place. And if it's DEWA, and if DEWA is this strong, you'd argue that it'll be hard to determine which teams are the ones going to playoffs. Again, again, still week 2, even still game 1.
Yeah.
We don't even know if DEWA is gonna win this out or if Navi will pull out the comeback. But with what they're showing, it's promising, super promising.
Again, right, I think before the match, Aldo touched on DEWA United very, very soothes, as an ex-coach, you know, it soothes your satisfaction, you know, right?
Yeah,
I think, again, they displayed it. And now, seeing that game, I'm leaning more on the, I think I'm a little bit convinced now. It wasn't a fluke. I think if they can still stay consistent, play this game, wow, this team is definitely a contender, question mark?
Ooh.
Top 2?
But yeah, I mean, this game was a different game than the first match. The first match was all-out brawl, you know, just aura farming.
Yeah.
This game is just more like 2 PH teams playing against each other, you know? 18 kills in 18 minutes, 12 and 6, you know? It's more like a very, very methodical, very, very strategical.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe Ando staying in Indo that long, he get the Indo, you know, Indo side in him, you know, engaging when he should not be engaging.
Yeah,
But overall, it was a valiant effort. But I was kind of sad because we only see the Way of the Dragon and the Fire of the Crime only one time in this match. So I was kind of confused. I was really hoping that every time Afro got the flicker, you know, Ando is ready, they were just gonna pull the trigger. They kind of do it, but it's against maybe, which is very safe. And it was before like minute 5, so the gold tart was still up, and it gives you damage reduction, a lot of damage reduction in the gold lane. So yeah, as you can see, we know like Navi how they want to play. They want to punish maybe and give cars, you know, a very, very, I must say, weak side with the Uranus.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Kin again, although he was losing 1k gold, 2k gold in the game, still finds a way to be very, very, you know, mechanically gifted. Always find the engage that team needs, and yeah, very, very beautiful thing to watch.
It's a tough pill to swallow for Navi. I mean, we didn't even see Steve